So, welcome again, America. Alright, there we go. But so I can hear this. So, it came to my attention that the transresistance.net decided to completely gloss over the death of, what was it, nine Christians in the recent transsexual shooting that popped off. Oh, we can't forget the 3 children who were involved in this incident and who are they're fucking dead now. And you know, they released a little statement on their website just recently. And you know, I'm sitting here with my copy of the Satanic Bible. And you know, I'm thinking about how these Christians were fucking just, you know, unalived by this transsexual. This decided, you know, within their mind, it's okay to go into this church, a holy ground, by all look, ask any Christian out there, they consider the church the holy ground. You know, just consider a church the holy ground. And you know, you go there and you shoot up this place, desecrating everything, spilling blood of the believers and perishers in this church on the ground.
Warren,
and it's one of the greatest shows of disgrace that you could. And you know, I think back to my mind immediately goes to the synagogues. You know, hearing about people bombing places of worship for the Muslims. And I thought Muslims would do some shit about that, but fucking shit got done. Nothing was done. Just so, yeah. And I'm up here waiting, thinking to my mind, if these transsexuals can sit around and they can go around and be allowed to fucking shoot up churches, how long until they gonna decide to go shoot up a satanic temple?
Warren and 28.
You know, I'm thinking about it. You know, maybe I should just, you know, contact the Church of Satan and just tell them to just, you know, be a little bit be on alert. Just, you know, just be on alert. You know, just give that discrepancy, because, you know, if these people are so much of ill ilk that they'll disrespect the sanctity of Christianity.
Warren and
I got my copy of the Satanic Bible right here, and I'll tell y'all right now, if they're willing to do that with the Christians, they'll do it with the Church of Satan next. They'll do it with the
Warren and McKinley.
What the hell is it called? They'll do it with they'll do it with the Hindu religion. I'm not interested in letting this sit. I'm not interested in letting the Christians just, you know, deal with this on their own, because, you know, How well has that fucking worked out in the past? Oh, yeah. Let's just let the believers. Let the believers deal with this. Let them handle this up. No. This is the time all of us, no matter what religion you believe in, it doesn't matter if you're pagan, it doesn't matter if you're a Satanist, it doesn't matter if you believe in
Warren and I-96 service drive.
It doesn't matter if you believe in the goddamn flying spaghetti ball in the sky. Because, look guys, there's people out there who believe this flying spaghetti monster.
Warren and Lawton.
I'm not a member of the Church of Satan. But I am concerned with the fact that if these people are willing to do this to the Christian church, they're not going to think a second thought about doing it to the Satanic Temple, doing it to some Jewish hall. They're not gonna have. They're not gonna have any qualms about attacking the Amish and their religion of Judaism. They're not concerned with contacting these religious orders, acting as if they're interested in joining, getting the location of these places, showing up, and then blowing shit up. My biggest thing is,
Warren and
why has nobody in the transsexual community come out in opposition of this statement that was released? I mean, we look over at the transsexual community today. You got pedophiles lurking around over there. You got in the closet human traffickers. And now we can add outright murderers and we can outright add murderers and shooters to that list. All these Norderwells are lurking around in the transsexual community and nobody calling this shit out.
Warren and Rosa Parks.
I will give credit to Cress, because Cress came out and spoke about these lunatics putting themselves front and center, acting as if they're representatives of the transsexual community when they're just using it as a fucking front. You know, we all understand. Look, this is criminal activity taking place, and then to get off on lesser charges, they're claiming, oh well, you can't do anything to me, I'm trans. And it's just like, is the transsexual community so fucking desperate that they're willing to claim these people? They're not willing to disavow any of these people, any of them. Like, it's like, look. There's a lot of people who have normal sexual interactions who are willing to claim you are in the transsexual community as a group of people that they acknowledge exist. They're out there. They're out there somewhere. They exist. Well, yeah, they might have they don't got their dick all chopped up and their pussies turned into a huge dick or anything. Yeah, they got wives and they have husbands. They're married and stuff, but they'll be willing to they'll be willing and open
11:01
to just accept you all, so y'all don't have to be out here thinking that I gotta shoot up this church, man, because no one understands. Which is just a bullshit excuse. Look, these people wanted to shoot up places just because. And again, this is just outright weaponization of a whole entire small sector of people, and it shouldn't be allowed. If it was with us normal people, it shouldn't be allowed. If you was a sissy that's happy with a dick in your mouth, it shouldn't be allowed. If you're a transsexual.
Warren and Anthony Wayne.
When people were weaponizing the European descendants, people came out and be like, yeah, that's wrong. Why is nobody saying shit about it today?
Hey, what time that bus stop?
Why can't nobody say shit about this now? Why we can't say weaponizing the transsexuals is something we should not allow as a population? And we know the people. We know the people are in places in these groups out here instigating this stuff amongst that community. Look, if you are on these, if you are out here and you are opposed to the weaponization of transsexuals and you're part of the transsexual community, don't be afraid to speak out. Look, the moment you come out here, you speak out against this shit, you're gonna see people from all walks of life. They're ready to be up there and be like, you know what? We'll stand with you. There'll be people who do that. They exist in America. I know the media makes it out to be like, oh well, since I'm this way, no one's gonna accept me. I'm all alone. I'm a solitary. You look, man. That island, you want to act like it exists. It's just a narrative. A narrative I has been pushed down your throat, put front and center in front of you. We don't need y'all running around shooting up people because some fucking social narrative that's been placed in your head by a perception of reality that you have. You know, look, you can say whatever. You can say whatever about you can say whatever you want about the Christians. You can say whatever you want about the Catholics. When people do fucked up shit in those communities, they don't get this transsexual statement from the transresistance.net saying essentially that they're not disavowed and we're going to blame sides as to why this incident happened. No, you get called out. You get called out. You don't get to be allowed a pedophile you don't get allowed to be a pedophile among the Satanists. You don't get allowed to be a pedophile among the Christians. If you're a pedophile you're a fucking pedophile along the Catholics, they'll move you to another parish. But the big reason that happens is because they have made their fucking organization so damn big. Everything is run by some goddamn bureaucracy. But when it's eventually found out that it's going down, there are enough people around who will eventually call it out. There's a lot of damage that gets done before that happens. Oh yeah, there's a lot of fucking damage that gets done. And you know, I'll say this right here for the fucking record. There were a lot of priests who were falsely accused as pedophiles because the nuns were fucking underage boys with some real fetishistic proclivities. And then when you know they couldn't keep the facade up anymore, they just decide, oh, I'm just gonna blame the priest. Just pin it on the fucking priest. And you know, nobody ever pointed that shit out. Oh, nobody ever pointed that out. But it happens. It happens a lot. Nobody wants to talk about it. But it happens. It happens too. It is what it is at the end of the day. Look, man, just because there's a pussy between the legs does not believe that you should believe it. We have learned that. We have learned that throughout history more often than not. It's just a lot of people in this day and age, they want to fucking ignore that. Look, man, we can all sit around on our asses, fucking twiddle our thumbs with this shit, or we can be responsible adults
and St. Antoine,
and we can come to a decision to do something about this. While a bunch of ribble rabble going down and a bunch of fucking children and adults winding up dead. Like I said, if they're willing to fucking do this to the Christian church, well, they'll try it. They'll try it with a Jewish hall. They'll try it with a mausoleum to the Islam. They'll go to a Jewish Orthodox church and try this bullshit. They'll fucking go and do this shit to a satanic temple. They'll go do this shit to one of the they'll go do this shit at one of those places that the Hindus decide to go and worship at. There's some of them here in America. There's some Hindus somewhere in America around here. We got parts of every. We got religions of every type in this country, and we can't go around just sitting on our asses because the transsexuals want to be in this distorted reality, thinking that, oh, I'm all alone. Might as well shoot up this place of worship. Joe Biden. Joe Biden. Let's shoot up this place. The sky wasn't red today. Let me shoot up this place. And yeah, guys, it's really along that process of thought thinking. It doesn't excuse the actions. It doesn't excuse the actions, you know. If you were willing to fucking shoot up religious organizations, you don't get excused for that. And the fact that the transsexual community has decided to go and make this move, you know, there needs to be more than just sitting on our asses about that. Something needs to be done. Because like I said, it's only a matter of time before they do this to a satanic temple. There's only a matter of time before they do this to a fucking Jewish mosque. There's only a matter of time where they're gonna decide to do this to an Amish community. This isn't gonna stay within the Christian sector of religion. No, they got plans to spread this shit out if they're willing to sit up there and be like,
stop requesting.
Yeah, we're gonna place this on. It's because of the Christians that this happened. Yeah, if you're willing to use that excuse on the so-called Christians, you'll use it on any other religion as well. And I'm not willing to sit back and say, you know what? There shouldn't be a discussion about this because it's too politically inflammatory. I don't give a fuck what it is or how it sounds. There's something that needs to fucking be done. And like I said, I'm very much ready to get a Church of Satan a call and be like, hey, yo, be on alert. Just be on alert. I'll call a satanic and fucking hit up the satanic temple with the mailman. Be like, hey, be on alert. So they're willing to do this. If they're willing to do this to any of these Christian organizations, they ain't gonna give a fuck about doing it to anywhere else. And it's just a blatant disrespect for religions to the highest order. And so these people clearly, they as a group clearly do not give a fuck. They don't give a fuck, and so it needs to be addressed accordingly. And as far as being comfortable with letting us Christians sit back and deal with this, no. They shouldn't just be allowed to sit back and, leave it to them to deal with. No, leaving it to them to deal with is how shit got so fucked up the way it is now. There's nobody else. Oh, well, let's just trust the Christians to deal with it. No. That's how shit got as sideways as it is now. Because we want to sit back and we want to let the Christians handle it. Nah, this needs to be taken out of their hands. There needs to be auxiliary action in this case. Maybe some of the Hindus and maybe some of the Muslims could decide to get involved. Maybe we could have a big old, have a big old party and see which side gets provoked first. We just have a big old religious party with we just gather all the religions together in one place and see how alone these transsexual communities feel. If, they want to join in. It's just to see if they want to join in. Just come eat from the salad tray.
And both feet.
Maybe they want to join the party. Because you're not alone. You're not alone. We don't know what's making you feel like you alone. But you're not alone. America isn't a place where just you exist.
Stop requested.
And so you don't get this excuse to be like, let me shoot up this religious organization.
Forrest. And
yeah, nah, fam. You don't get to do that. like I said, I'm not part of the satanic. I'm not part of the satanic temple. I'm not a part of the Church of Satan. But sitting back and just letting the religious dogma hang in the air and keep everybody quiet is how shit's gonna get worse. That's how shit's gonna get worse. If you do like, oh no, we shouldn't get him. Nah. Fuck all that shit. There needs to be responses
Forest and East Grand
from
Boulevard.
all religious orders. And like you can't even go to that. You couldn't even go to the Jim Jones
Forest and
of the world.
Sheridan.
And they sit around and they be like, oh yeah, you're a pedophile. You can be here. No. The transsexual community is the only place where this shit is just allowed to go down. Where you're just allowed to do this dumb, stupid ass, funny shit. Yeah, these are the only people.
Baldwin.
These are the only people who are like, oh yeah, you want to human traffic children, you want to cut people, you want to commit atrocities to people's kids.
Stop requested.
That have been placed in your care. On some shit like that. And I look, man, the transsexuals can say, oh well, that was the homosexual community. Hey. Y'all all under the same fucking umbrella. All y'all under the same umbrella. And none of y'all speak out or say anything against any of this funny ass bullshit when this stuff pops off. Y'all don't even let anyone from outside communities step in before this shit gets to the point where it goes down. Like y'all keep this wave of secrecy all the way up to the moment that this shit happens. And then y'all do what the transresistance.net does. Did I leave my... I had a new copy of my fucking book because I left it on the bus. Well, there's that. But this is the thing. Yeah, yeah. I left it right there on the bus. Shit. I need a new copy anyway, because that one's getting kind of old. I'll pick another one up. That's what happens when you get into video recording mode. You kind of forget the outside fucking world. This is how I was just focused on this subject that I am though. Because you get people, they want to sit around and they want to pity patter, they want to dramatize shit, they want to fucking run semantic games over this shit. They want to, pilfer and pitter a coin off the dumb shit. No, The time for that is over. It's over. It's fucking over. This is the type of shit where there's need to be more than just investigations going down. Like, there needs to be a fucking full apparatus of figuring out how did this shit go down. Not just a fucking, what? What was 2 hours of media coverage in the news, and that's about it. This is gonna have a effect on religions all across the world. Cause we done got to the point that these transsexuals feel like they done got so much immunity to any consequences that they can go pull some shit like this off. And of course, the Christian community has given the very expected fucking response of, again, sitting on a fucking fingers in a little commune, in a little community, and not doing shit about it. What you think adding some extra bars to the church door is gonna stop shit like this happening? Nah, this is when there should be a call to action to work against this shit ever happening again and preventing it from happening with all religions. Like, there should be whole entire coordinated efforts across all different sectors of religion. But you don't see this shit. You don't see that happening. That shit's not going down. They just, we'll just give a stationary. We'll just give a stationary prayer for those that no. All this shit, all the Christians' efforts are gonna do is wind up getting more fucking people killed. Sad to say, but that's what's gonna happen. Hey, what the hell is going on with that? That's all that's gonna happen. Oh, we gotta say a couple of prayers, and nah, this ain't no shit. This ain't the shit that gets prayed about and then everybody let's move on. Nah, that ain't gonna work this time. That ain't gonna work this time. We need to see plans, efforts, and results all the fucking across the board. And there should be all hands on deck for this shit. Three children dead. 9 adults dead. All parishioners of the church. And you see the media's response to this? Crickets. Oh, fuck that. Crickets. They don't give a fuck. And these people in the media, they're fucking completely okay with media coverage of religion just coming to a stop. You know, every time religion is ever covered in the media, it's never from the person a positive perspective. I remember the constant fucking bias and slant that was placed on Satanists Satanists when they were first fucking popping up on the scene. Media didn't treat them with any fucking respect or dignity or fucking integrity either. They philanthropized the fuck out of them. Ran stories to get as many views and much fucking money off the coffers of ratings that they could. But that was the extent of the coverage. You got whack jobs who jumped up because they didn't want to do any real work and decided to make these fucking mockumentaries against Satanism. And the effect of that bullshit is still felt to the day. It's still felt to the day. There are dumbasses who still believe the misinformation placed on Satanists from the media still to this day. Because of the media's irrelevant, inaccurate depiction of Satanism and of other religions as well. Don't think they present the Islam or the Hindus or the Jewish Orthodox community in any other similar or positive way or light. They fucking don't. They get on this bullshit soapboxes and they use religion as a way to prop themselves up to a standard that they'll never fucking be at. Because they were never at that standard from the start. Yeah. You got idiots out here who don't want to do a rough job for a living. Who will fucking proudly and loudly slander the religious decree and decorum of whatever organization that have a belief in anything. Because the media isn't interested in people believing in any fucking thing. Their fucking goal is to have you be nothing more than a fucking automaton. A fucking clay statue. To bring more of a analogy to the Orthodox Jewish community into this. Like I said, they don't. I could just go into that. I could just go into that fucking that. I can just go into that fable itself. I can bring up the original Judaism's interpretation of that, and then I can compare it to the fucking how the media presented it, and how much they slandered, how much they left out, how much they obfuscated that whole entire story to a point to where it doesn't even represent the way that it was represented in its original context. But I don't got the time to do that, so I won't. I will say that this shouldn't be something that everybody sees as something to look up at and then put their heads back down to. It's that pin drop in the dark hallway is what it represents. walking into a vast unknown, thinking you have all the preparation and you have no semblance of context on any grand scale. And this is the thing that's gonna affect generations down the road. How's the perception of the common man gonna be seen when it comes to the view of religion going into the future? If nothing is done about this on a serious scale. You know, people think that this is, oh, it's nothing to be bothered about. It doesn't affect me. In America, I would like to remind you, the Christian denomination as a religion makes up the foundations for the entire country of America. If you're one of those people who think to themselves, oh, this doesn't affect me, you're going to soon wake up to a day where you're going to find out, oh, I was wrong. This affects all of us. All of us. All of us in this fucking country. It doesn't matter what religion you believe in. This shit happening is going to have ramifying effects of ratifications that are unknown for years. Nobody's going to be able to tell the scope of this shit. From the day onward. And that's in context of the day that this shit happened and went down. And people seriously want to, oh, well, we should live into the Christian community. I'm like, y'all serious? Nobody thinks anyone should step in? Nobody? I'm thinking something should be done about this. I know there won't be anything done about it. The Christians are gonna fucking just let this slide over. They're not fucking gonna do anything. Even though, you know, there should be something done. You know, something more than just, you know, prayers and prophetic dreams. That's not gonna keep children breathing. That's not gonna make adults feel like they're safe enough to pray in a church. And like I said, if this gets, you know, laid down against, you know, we're gonna walk into a future where, you know, if you practice any fucking religion, your ass is gonna be subject to this type of behavior. It don't matter. It's not gonna matter what you fucking believe in. Oh, you believe in this flying spaghetti monster? Bam! Boom, you're dead. That's what I'm looking at. That's the context I'm looking at. 12 years from now, if we even have that long. This is some fuck shit. This is fuck shit. And there's fuck shit involved. Man. Fucking individuals are in the works right now to try to suppress any response to this shit. Because they want that that 10 years down the line I'm talking about, they want that shit to be the case. But you can't believe in shit. You ain't even gonna get a state authorized. You're not even gonna be able to have the option to have a state authorized religion to believe in. Yeah, this shit's fucking, it's infuriating. And what's infuriating me the most is the fact that everybody just wants to, you know, they wants to just move on. You know, they just want to, you know, get on with their life and forget the fucking atrocious disparity that this was. In that fucking statement, too. How fucked up that was. That's constantly being glossed over by the trans community. I'm like, there should be a fucking response from everyone under that umbrella against this. There is nothing. It's fucking radio silence. There's nothing. There's nothing. So I'm just like, oh, they all in fucking compliance in this. Lockstep to the fucking teeth, huh? Not too surprised. I mean, these are a group of individuals who are so willingly okay with, you know, vaginal mutilation, reassignment, whatever you want to fucking call it. Yet the crazy thing is, the Satanists are still seen as the bad people in this country. The people, the people who have essentially never been a threat to anyone are still getting blamed for shit that they had no involvement in. We can thank the media for that. We can thank the media. Let's give the media a fucking round of applause for that. This is bullshit. And this is this shit. I'm just thinking about it. And in that moment of silence for those goddamn children, this is, you know, which I've always advocated, you know, if you're not going to do something to prepare children for what Christian life entails, they shouldn't be in your fucking church. I know people are like, oh, we can't militarize our children. Other countries do it, and their fucking kids are pretty damn okay. Their children are pretty fucking okay. America is the only place where Christianity has this softball ass response on how children are dealt with the preparation of their life into Christianity. It's utterly fucking baffling. And now it has come to the point where it has ended the fucking lives of 3 children. Collateral damage, anyone? Collateral damage? Because that's what I'm seeing. I mean, the Christian church denounces child sacrifices, but how the fuck else were we supposed to look at this? Hey, ha 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 ha, the Satanists are going to be the one who sacrifice children, but oh, goddamn, look what happened, what goes down in the Christian church. And yeah, don't be up here pissed off at me because I compared it to a child sacrifice. Because if those children were prepared better for what a life of Christianity entail, they wouldn't have wound up being sacrifices like that anyway. But it is what it is, right? This is a fucked up incident, and like I said, multiple individuals are working to make sure it's just glossed over. And that's why I gotta call it out. But I gotta go, guys. It's time for me to get on about my way. So I'll catch y'all in whatever else I'm making out here. Damn, I'm losing battery too.